Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. If you just watched a while ago, now they'll be having their job fair on February the 10th from around 9 to 1. And we'll be talking more about that. But that big job fair they have every year will be on February the 10th there at Haney Technical Center. Our weather this morning, right before the big storm, coming in tonight. It hit probably our western viewing area, get it later on this afternoon. They're guessing around 9-ish or 10-ish here in Panama City and Mariana area. But we do have some heavy rain coming in, a lot of wind. Doesn't look any threats of tornadoes or anything like that, but we do have some rain coming, and that's really the best time to get rain at night while we're sleeping. So we're going to be in good shape as far as, but keep your eyes on the news later on this evening and tonight. Make sure you're on top of everything. The temperature this morning is 64 here in Panama City. Real Mile is 66 in Apalachicola, Mariana is 62, and Bonifay is 63. So all around the same temperature. High today will be 72 or 73 right in that area. Low tonight 60, and the water temp is up to 62 degrees. That's fascinating. We're going to talk tomorrow about this water temperature, what's been going on this month of January. It's sort of been unusual. A lot of people haven't been talking about it, but I've been looking at my charts from last year, and we've had some warm water coming in. Boating forecast now is going to be windy. You can smell that paper mill strong this morning, folks. That tells you that rain is coming. 12 to 25 knots, seas 5 to 6 foot. Not a good day to be on the water. Carl Vernon Marine Specialist tide chart, and we're going to start leveling off. Today's the 26th, and like I said, the next 3 days we're in a deep tide. Not a lot of tidal movement, especially this wind now. It's going to keep the water pushed up in the northern end of the bay. We get this wind coming in out of the south this strong, okay? But now, one thing, this rain is going to be coming through. It's going to be cooling down. It's going to be dry tomorrow, be dry during the weekend, and we're looking at Sunday morning in the high 30s. We're going to get down maybe low 40s, high 30s on Sunday morning. So we have some more cool, what we call seasonal weather coming in, what we're expecting in January. Okay, before I close out on this section, tomorrow now on Friday we'll be giving away that Tarpon seafood. Make sure you've registered. I was looking at here. Make sure you've registered and join the Pickle Jar group for the drawings. I'm going to give away 3 things tomorrow. We're going to give away a $20 gift certificate, large tuna dip, and a red snapper. So 3 lucky winners tomorrow. So if you haven't registered, just email us, and we'll put you in it, and we'll be glad to maybe hopefully draw your name. All right, we'll take our first break and be right back.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced cataract surgery using lifestyle lens implants, which allow you to see all distances glasses-free. Our surgeons perform this quick and painless procedure at our accredited surgery center. When it comes to your vision, trust your local experts in surgical eye care. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop. Be a member of the Panhandle Outdoors team, Florida's only live daily outdoor show.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership, built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
Welcome back. Good email last night from Marcus Parrish. You know, we had Ken Perriman on yesterday talking about deer carcasses, a big problem for everybody, and getting a lot of complaints from them. Marcus brought up a good idea of the folks at the Feline Center, Bear Creek Feline Center, has those large cats and all. Give them a call and take your carcass over there. Here's our phone number, 722-9927. If you have deer carcasses, it would help everybody. It would help you get rid of it. And also help those, you can imagine a grocery bill feeding those big cats at the Bear Creek Feline Center. So give them a call. Thanks, Marcus, for sending that along. Stayed on top of everything. Picture here, Ben Burnham. Send this picture. This is a good one here. All right, here we go. Hey, Winston, took the boys hunting this past weekend at the farm. I shot this buck, but Ben Jr. got in on the picture. Ben Jr. said that he wanted me to shoot the buck since I had not shot one in a long time. Ha ha. Thought you might enjoy it. The next upcoming weekend, Brandon will hopefully get a shot. They said they sent us on the 16th, and Brandon, age 7, shot at a 6-point but missed. He'll get another chance this weekend. Ben Jr. is now 10 years old. Nice buck there, Ben, up there in Jackson County. Appreciate you sending that. Speaking of big bucks, we're talking about this week. We're going to go into this video now of the Florida State record buck, taken by Larry Furr way back in 1977. This is one of the first videos I did when I started on the show here. We had I just thought it was so important. I haven't shown it in 5 or 6 years, and people have asked about it. So this is going to give you a first-hand. This is like a 12-minute video. I interviewed Larry, and it's amazing. This is still a state record, over 35 years. So we're going to start rolling this video, and let's go ahead, Tom. We'll start rolling now. We'll come back later. Okay? Okay, folks, today we're out way back in the woods. We're here with Larry Furr. Larry? I've known Larry a long time, since we were kids. We know him real well because our mothers are sisters, and I'm proud to call him a cousin. He's distinguished himself in the Florida outdoors because he is the owner of the Florida State record buck. Larry, I say we're way back in the woods. Tell us sort of where we are. Which county are we in?
We're in Liberty County.
Liberty County, but right on the edge of
Gaston County.
Gaston County, and you're listed in Quincy phone book.
We got a Quincy address and a Greensboro phone number.
Okay, so we don't really know where he is, but he's part of both counties and 2 communities. What's going to be remarkable about today's story is that although we're way back in the woods, all the things you see that we're going to see today will be harvested by Larry within probably how close to this house?
Within 10 miles.
Within 10 miles of this house over the past 30 years. This state record buck, amazingly, has been the state record for right at 30 years. Real quick, Larry, tell us about this thing.
Well, my understanding is just an old log cart wheel that they used oxens to pull logs out to make cross ties for the railroad 100 years ago.
Yeah, some of our ancestors used this because we found it right down here.
Right here.
Right down.
Property, yeah.
Right down lower end of the property on the creek. So what we're going to do now, folks, we're going to go inside Larry's home and just take a look at some of these outstanding trophies. All right. Okay, folks, we're coming inside and we're in the living room, and of course the first thing that strikes you is looking over here in the corner. This mantle right above the fireplace is an amazing display of turkey beards and deer horns. And Larry, I guess you have harvested each one of these, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us, let's start with all these turkey beards. Where do they all come from?
They all came locally within a few miles of the house.
Within a few miles of the house. Now, we were talking, a lot of times you'd sort of, on the way to work, you'd just sort of stop off and...
Yeah, I got up early and was able to go turkey hunting before I went to work. Most times I'd make it there on time. Sometimes I'd be a little late.
He'd call in work, and they sort of understand, well, you being outdoorsman, you're going to be a few minutes late.
That's right.
Have some understanding bosses.
Sure did.
Up in the corner, we got some rattlesnake, but where did they come from?
They all came locally too. I used to ride dirt bikes and just had I run up on a lot of them out riding.
Okay. That's a nice collection. Now, on the mantle itself, I'm looking first of all right in the center. I noticed one thing about all three of these horns. You sort of got a unique display. You sort of they're all 8 points. The one in the center.
Yeah, he's the smallest one I've ever killed. The smallest 8 point.
That's an 8 point there, and then over here to the left, What do you have?
They started getting a little bigger,
Okay, that's also an 8-point.
a little better genetics.
Okay. And then as we scan all the way down on the far end of the mantle, you have
It's one of the bigger ones.
that's a large 8-point. What's so neat about it, all three of these horns are 8 points, and it just shows you the diversity, different size 8 points you could have on it.
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed. They build dairy feed. They make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. It's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want old Rover to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off the Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. Joe Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
Folks, this is what you've been waiting for. We talked about the state record buck, and this is it right here. Larry, this is a massive, massive deer. Can you sort of tell us about where it was? You don't have to give exact location, sort of.
Well, he was killed on a local farm.
Okay.
Within 5 or 10 miles here.
Okay. And we're talking about what, the winter of 1977?
Yeah.
And toward the end of hunting season, he was in full rut, I assume.
Yes.
And you sort of felt like he was in that area?
Yeah. He'd been seen there a time or two, yeah.
Been seen a time or two, and he back in a field, at the edge of a swamp.
In a soybean field, really.
But tell us that day what you did. You sort of, I know you got excited about going to that place. You knew there was a big buck in there.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, I just kind of stopped being excited when I saw him. It was.
You saw, was he standing up down in the field, or?
Well, actually, excuse me, I had passed the deer and didn't see him. But when I got to the other end of the field and looked back, I realized I just past the deer. He was there all the time.
You mean you walked past him?
Yeah.
You know, people always talk about how smart a buck is, and there's probably not telling how many people and hunters that walked past him over the years.
Yeah, he was just hid in a fence row. And
Right.
he walked, many people walked by him because he had a lot of bird shot in him. When we skinned him, yeah. Been shot lots of times.
So you walked by him, and then you sort of turned around, and he stood up or something, or?
He was just standing there like a monster.
He was standing there the whole time?
Yeah. I
So-
just didn't see him.
So tell us what you did then.
Well, I got up enough nerve eventually to shoot.
Did he start running from you or what?
No.
He just
Never ran.
stood. He stood there.
He stood right there.
About how far away were you?
Probably 90 yards.
90 yards. And what kind of gun did you have?
Shooting a 30-06 Remington.
30-06. And we talk about that gun, of course, making a comeback now, but at that point in time, that was a top gun for.
Yeah.
Do you have a scope?
No.
Open
Iron sights.
Open sights. And you hadn't fed the deer or anything like that. This is just about pure hunting, and the shot of 30-06. It's state record.
Poor boy hunting.
Poor boy hunting. How many shots what happened on the first shot?
I missed.
Then it started running?
No.
He stood there?
Still stood there.
What happened on the second shot?
It was so quick he didn't have time to run. I hit it.
Was it a lever action?
Uh-uh.
No, just automatic?
Semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic. Okay.
But I was quick enough that I recovered enough that I got him before he left.
Now, when you shot him, did he just drop down there? Or?
Right there. Never moved.
You knew it was a big buck then?
Yes, sir.
And then when you walked up to him, and I guess you walked up to him next, and
yeah.
And what happened then?
Had a little regret.
Did you?
A little sorry I shot him, yeah.
I guess
at the moment.
It's such a magnificent animal, and
that's right.
And I think all hunters sort of go through that, just looking at the magnificent animal, and then I guess you realize how huge it was. That
feeling didn't last but just a minute.
Yeah.
Then I was proud, yeah.
Very proud.
Yeah.
And you were by yourself? Or?
No, I had a friend with me.
Okay. How'd y'all, you're laying there, right, it's a big buck, right? I mean, obviously, how much, do you have any idea how much he weighed?
Yeah, we had him weighed 224 pounds.
224 pounds?
Yeah.
How'd y'all load him on the truck?
It took both of us, but we were excited. We didn't feel that heavy at the time.
You know, we talk about a real big heavy bucks and all. When you took him, you had him weighed then? That afternoon?
That night.
That night.
It was late, yeah.
This is a weekend, right?
Yeah. We carried him to a local meat processor.
Okay. I guess everybody knew he was a big one and all. Yeah. Tell us about, now you didn't, really back in the 70s, all the Game and Fish Commission were not measuring big bucks in Florida, that early part of the time, were they?
If they were, I was not aware of it.
See, I don't think they were. Then later on, maybe word got out to Tallahassee there's a big buck over here.
Right.
And tell us what happened then.
The Game Commission notified me that they would like to score it, and they sent a biologist down to do the official Boone and Crockett scoring on it, yeah.
And they came out here and measured and everything and all? Did they tell you at that time it was a state record?
No, not at the time. They felt like it probably was, but they had to go back and do whatever the paperwork was to get the official ballot, the scoring sheet approved.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little close-up shot of it. Larry's gonna sort of explain to us how they scored it for him.
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida, set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature, visually stunning.
What's more important in a side-by-side RTV? Is it speed and agility, or is it versatility and dependability? When getting out of the woods is more important than getting into the woods, there is only one name to remember: Kubota. With true commercial-grade construction in the chassis and drivetrain, Kubota gives you the dependability, power, and torque you need to get the job done. Kubota builds work tools, not play toys.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance, call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your serious money advisor!
Taking a little close-up, Larry, talk a little bit about this. Is how many points?
14.
A 14-pointer. When the game commission came in and scored it, well, what are some of the things they tell you when they measured and all?
Well, to start with, you have to have like a 90-day dry out period for the horns to shrink.
Okay.
Once they're through shrinking to their smallest, I guess, is when they do the scoring. And there's requirements through Boone and Crockett that you use particular quarter-inch tape measures, different things to get the correct score.
Okay, I'm getting a close-up on the tines and all. Didn't you say one or two of them had been broken off?
Yeah, it's got a couple over here that's broke on this side. That doesn't come up as sharp as these are.
Now, the official score on this was what?
168 5/8.
168 5/8, and they said if it had not been broken off, probably what would have happened?
Well, it takes 170 to go in the big game record book, the Boone and Crockett record book, and there's never been one out of the state of Florida to make the record book. So he missed it by 1 3/8 inches. There's horns being broke. All of us feel like he probably would have made it.
Folks, you're looking at the state record book, harvested by Larry Furr in the hunting season of 1977. Have a state record buck in one living room, but Larry, this to me now, I swear that buck looks bigger than the one on across from it, the state record buck. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Well, I killed him just myself and an old cur dog walking around. That's what I used to do when everybody else watched the Super Bowl. I went hunting.
Now, how far away from your house did you kill him?
Probably 5 or 6 miles.
5, 6. Both these bucks came within, what, 5 or 6 miles of your house?
Yeah, this was on public hunting land.
On public hunting land. What's the score on this one?
And the best I can figure, 148. He's never been officially scored.
He hasn't been officially scored, so we're going to wait and see if anybody breaks that first one, then we're going to score this one, right?
Right.
Well, I just want to congratulate you on just 2 outstanding bucks. One would be a dream of a lifetime, but 2 like this in the same area is incredible.
Thank you.
All right. Hope you enjoy that. Still is amazing to me to have been the state record that long, and Larry's just an avid outdoorsman and loves to hunt and fish, and he lived way back in the woods and all, but you want a state record to be held by somebody like him, not someone who just looks into it, someone who's a hard hunter and hunted most of his life and appreciates it like that. So anyway, that is still the #1 buck in Florida. So if you want more information on that or anything else, give me a call or something, but it is for the record book. Okay? Now, let's take a look at our Express Lane Fish and Game forecast for today. Our times today is 2:31 p.m. to 4:31. This is about middle afternoon. That'll be right before that storm comes in, so that'll really be a great time to be out in the woods if you can get out there. And then it's 1:25 a.m. to 3:25 in the morning here. Okay? Now, we have a lot of information, for tomorrow. Now, we have our famous Friday fishing forecast coming up tomorrow, and also we have our giveaway I'm also going to give away the tickets to the Florida Sportsman Show, 2 of those tickets tomorrow. So all that'll be coming on. I had a picture. We've been talking about hunting the whole show, so let's do a little fishing picture here. This is James Weslowski with a nice redfish caught off the right there. The jetties at the state park. James is a really good fisherman, and he was able to pick that one up. James, as a teenager, always had that smile. Good job, James. James Weslowski there. Okay. Keep in mind also, at the E.O. Wilson Biofeeder Center, this Saturday, they will be having a presentation, and we always try to keep everybody informed about the outdoors. There are all kind of things going on almost every weekend. I always want you to know a presentation by Jennifer Jones there. She's a horticulturist, to tell you about the different plants and all, for not just attracting birds, but all kind of wildlife, all kind of important things that will be maybe important to you as an outdoors person, or just for the beauty, or just for the wildlife and all. There's always some good information there. Okay? Now, we've been talking for a couple of weeks now. We're getting close. Well, I say getting close. We were closer than we were last week. We're about 4 weeks away from the Florida Sportsman Expo. That's going to be a big deal over Fort Walton Beach Fairground. Be coming up February the 25th and 26th. and we're talking about it's a fishing, boating, hunting. They're going to have a boat show there. The big thing to me, they have these seminars, and these folks are talking to these seminars, and these are some of the experts all around the state, all kind of be fly fishing, be kayak demonstration, be shallow water fishing, how to fish the flats, you know, what kind of plugs that are hot now, and you know, we always talk about in fishing, plugs are always, they're like latest fashion, they're always changing, and the colors and all. And by the way, speaking of things changing, I heard yesterday, we've been talking about that Alabama rig, the umbrella rig. I was told by a reliable source, I'm going to check it out now to make it official, but I was told by a reliable source that that Alabama rig has this week been outlawed by the Bass Federation. You cannot fish it in these bass tournaments anymore. So we're going to check that out. Like I said, that came from a bass fisherman, and we're going to find out, but it's amazing. I don't know what the reason is on it, but I did hear that yesterday. It just happened. That big Alabama rig. Anyway, get back to Florida Sportsman Expo. Go ahead and put it on your calendar the last weekend of February, and we'll be giving away a couple of tickets every week leading up to it. We're going to be there with a booth, and we're going to have all kinds of stuff in our booth, and we'll have some of our T-shirts and long sleeve shirts. And by the way, Brad has those T-shirts and long sleeve shirts now, Sun Jammers, if you want to run there and pick some up. So we'll have all that going on. But anyway, on the expo, there'll be the experts there at these different booths and all. You talk to them about fishing, about hunting, about boats, about anything that in the outdoors that you know that you may get excited about. It's hard to believe, but we're going to be in February next week, and you know that's always the shortest month of the year. And then next thing you know, in March, and we'll be talking about who's going to catch that first cobia. We're going to have I still think we're going to have an early spring from all indications, and my cobia fishing friends are they're already talking about catching their first cobia in February this year, which is very rare, but that could happen. All right, so you tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a Famous Friday fishing forecast, give away 3 things from Tarpon Dock, and give away the Florida Sportsman Expo tickets, okay? Can't beat that. Listen, glad you watched today. I appreciate you watching the show. Thanks for inviting me into your living room or your home, and I want to tell you to do something good for somebody today and do a random act of kindness and do something in the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.